Hold.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Kevin Phillips, and we have a glitch in the system here, and I need your help to figure it out. Now, I'm from Randolph County, West Virginia, which is also known as Elkins. I live in a little community outside of Elkins, about 12 miles, called Montrose. And in 2012, I had a problem. I was at a guy's house I've known about all my life. I hadn't seen him in about 2 years. And I stopped by, and we was gonna spend the day there, and we drank a few beers. And he grabbed this little 90-pound girl around the neck and choking her to death and drug her inside his trailer and was hurting her. And I went in and got him by the ear and brought him outside and gave him a couple love taps and sent her to my car. And he was on the phone with the police saying, "Oh my God, the mafia, please come, blah, blah, blah." And I walk across the street and get a hold of my daughter and tell her that the police is on the way, and I'd been drinking. Asked her if she'd give me a ride home. She said she would. But anyway, the police arrive. The one officer, Officer Kennedy, he gets out of the vehicle. He walks over to the passenger side, checks to see if there's any keys in the vehicle. There's none. He walks back over to the car to write something down on his notepad. Well, the other officer gets out from the passenger side. Trooper Hebner, Sean Hebner from the Elkins, West Virginia State Police, gets out. Well, he runs over and tells Jessica Kirkpatrick, the girl that was in the passenger side of my car, to step out of the vehicle. She steps out. He digs around under the seats there till he finds the keys, sticks them in the ignition. "I found the keys. They're in the ignition." Officer Kennedy growled. He didn't like it at all. Now Trooper Hebner done threw him under the bus. So we go to court over this. He says keys are in it, blah, blah, blah. We go to court over this. All these documents are original documents from 2012 to today's date. I want to go over some of this stuff because I really do believe we got a glitch in the system. Me and my dog Spot believe we got a glitch in the system. We'll get to him too. But nowhere in this police report, this is the guy's ID. In 2012, this is Jamie Arbogast. Look on the regional jail website. He got there 2 weeks after I did, and he still had two black eyes after I got done with him. And this is his ID. I hit him so hard I knocked it out of his wallet and knocked it in my front shirt pocket, and I was found it about a year ago. This is it, 2012 ID. This is the original police report. It says right here, check mark. Subject was not driving. There's nothing in here about the keys being in the ignition. On and on and on. But anyway, we go to court in Randolph County. And I talked to the judge, I talked to the magistrate, the prosecuting attorney and everything, and they say, "Well, Kevin, we'll drop it down to public intoxication if you'll go ahead and plead out on it." And I said, "All right, let's do that." And I got the paperwork right here, the original paperwork. It says, dismissed without prejudice by the prosecutor, let's see, charge dismissed by assistant prosecutor without prejudice. And goes on to say that dropped it down to public intoxication, such and such and such. And I spent jail time, I paid fines, paid court costs, got my vehicle out of impound, on and on and on and on and on. But that wasn't the case. It was dismissed by the state of West Virginia, but apparently the state police and the DMV is not part of the state of West Virginia. They're their own little colony, apparently, because a couple weeks later in the mail I get a letter saying, "Well, Mr. Phillips, you've got a administration hearing at the DMV in Randolph County, West Virginia. It'll benefit you, the community, and everybody else." So I go to this administration hearing. I tell my boss about it, and he writes me up a letter here. I'll read it real quick. It says, "Mr. Kevin Phillips has worked for me for 2 years. He has been a very good employee. He is a very good worker, willing to do whatever is necessary to accomplish the task. He also gets along well with other workers and customers. He is an asset to the recycling center in Elkins, West Virginia. Mr. Phillips had a perfect driving record while working at the Randolph County Recycling Center. The insurance company of the Randolph County Recycling Center were not aware that this operator's license had been revoked until recently. Joe Gum, Randolph County Recycling Center, 304-614-21." He sent that to the administration hearing and stuff, and I go to this hearing. I have my daughter present. I got Jessica Kirkpatrick present, and we go in there, and Mr. Hebner, for one thing, he said, "Well, yes," he said, The keys were in the vehicle. The hearing officer, Mr. DeLong, Robert DeLong from Charleston, asked him if the vehicle was running, the keys were in it. Yes, the keys were in it and the vehicle was running. Wait a second here. Mr. Phillips got any questions? I said, yes, sir. I said, well, Mr. Hebner, I said, why is that not in your report anywhere, in your police report about the keys being in it or the vehicle running? Well, I forgot, I guess. Okay, and another glitch. Now we're getting into the glitch stuff. Now, this is my dog Spot. This is my two-tailed dog. Now, he don't know his butt from a hole in the ground, but I'm telling you, he'll throw a wrench in his spokes once in a while, and in the last couple of years, he's been pointing some things out to me here. Okay, let's see what we got here. We also at the hearing, now there's a guy that interrupted on the tape. It's on the tape. He interrupted, can Mr. Hebner be excused? He's got an important juvenile hearing to go to. And the hearing officer says yes, he excuses him, and when he does, he stands out there at the doorway and he points me right out. And that's my buddy, Mr. Phillips. You be good to him now. The hearing officer from Randolph County tells me, now Mr. Phillips, you need to look at it this way. No good deed goes unpunished. I'm looking at this guy like, are you stupid or what? We ought to put that on our sign coming into West Virginia. Open for business, no good deed goes unpunished. Welcome to wild, wonderful West Virginia. But anyway, the hearing officer from Charleston, he said, Mr. Phillips, he said, I find no just cause to suspend your license. And that's the big dog I thought that's the man that says the stuff, but apparently not. But when he says that, I assume my license is good. I go back to work and I tell my boss, you know, he asked me how it went. I said, well, the hearing officer from Charleston said that he found no just cause to suspend my license, so I assume we're okay. Well, wrong again. I'm coming out of Virginia, I get pulled over for a rolling stop. They run my license. Mr. Phillips, your license has been suspended for 2 years. I said, that can't be. I said, I work at the recycling center in Randolph County. I said, I go to the courthouse, the sheriff's office, the magistrate's office, the city hall every 3 days a week. I said, I'm telling you, run them again. He runs them. Yep, they've been suspended for 2 years. So I gotta go back and I tell my boss, hey, you know, I'm sorry, Joe, my license is suspended, I didn't know, so I got to quit that job. And before we quit, he asked me, he said, Kevin, go up and talk to the captain of state police and see, you know, just tell him. He said, you told me this report about having a baby bad, just go up and talk to him, won't hurt nothing. All right, finally we go up. And I walk in. The first thing the words come out of his mouth, hey, you didn't drive up here, did you? I said, no, sir, I didn't drive. I said, I called you and told you just coming up. My boss was giving me a ride. And so we got cameras. Anyway, I tried to talk to this man. I hate to say it, but he had the biggest wad of stuff I ever seen a man's jaw in my life. It was big as a softball. And you have extra bags you get, big, wide. This man had the max. And I'm trying to talk to this guy without looking at that growth on his face and telling him about his bad cough and everything else. But he says, Mr. Phillips, he said, I solved your problem. I got rid of Mr. Hebner over in Barber County. And he said, I'll get in touch with you about Kennedy. I'll talk to him and get back with you, but I'm rather busy gathering up evidence from upcoming caseloads. So I leave and tell my boss. He asked how it went, and I told him. He said he'd get back with me. Okay, we'll move on down the line here. So I wait 6 months, I pay my restitution, get my license back. While I'm driving out back road, it's a 55-mile-an-hour road. I come up over a hill. I go to get down the other side, and there's 2 vehicles sitting in the middle of the road. I hit the brakes. There's a 150-foot black mark that they overlooked, but I hit the brakes, and the only wheel that locked up on that van was the right rear passenger side tire. And I didn't know it at the time until I looked at the pictures and stuff, but I mean, that was the problem. Because we kept sliding, and my buddy said, you're going to hit him. You're going to hit him. The 3rd time, he said, take the top off of him, and I cut the wheel. You couldn't have put a playing card between my bumper and hers. Well, I go through a fence, and you'll see the aftermath of that here in a minute. Here we get to the accident report. There's something kind of funny about this. Now, the only officer I spoke to at this accident was Trooper Sean Hebner. When he pulled in, he got out of the vehicle, he said, you go stand in front of my vehicle, Mr. Phillips, and that's what I did for about 20 minutes. And then he came back and he said, you get in the back seat of my vehicle, Mr. Phillips, and I did for another 45 minutes to an hour. And while I was sitting in there, there's a guy sitting in the front seat. And I said, "You don't mind me asking, sir, who are you?" He said, "Well, I work for the Department of Motor Vehicles in Randolph County." And okay, that's all we had to say. And I'm sitting in a car after this accident with my friend with half his head cut off. Off-duty paramedic comes up on the scene. We get his jacket off. He wouldn't let us cut his leather. We had to get it off of him, and then he cuts his shirt off of him. He's missing a piece of his collarbone, big as a golf ball, that he's got to get replaced. We finally get him out, then loaded in the ambulance, and he's on his way to Morgantown, a helicopter. Well, here comes 3 state troopers flying in there 100 miles an hour all at the same time. Well, I think the fireman done went to lunch. Me and Dorothy done took a nap. My ex-wife, she was done on the scene for half hour at least. But anyway, then the police arrive. He tells me to sit in his car and I ask him all that. And I was looking on this report here not long ago, and nowhere on this accident report does it have Mr. Hebner's name on there. It says Mr. Wolford filled this report out, and I think that's another thing, that purgatory, or where you're lying. Perjury, yeah, I think that's another perjury there. We always fill out police reports and have somebody else's name signed on them, because I never talked to none of the police officers at that accident besides Trooper Sean Hebner. But it don't say that on that paperwork, but we got a tendency to get the truth checked out every once in a while. So after this accident, it says on this accident report, my license are clear. It's stamped right here that they run my license, they come back clear. Nobody was charged. Nobody got a ticket. The people sitting in the road watching a bird eat a snake, what they were doing. 55-mile-an-hour zone over a hill, sitting there watching a bird eat a snake. Well, after the accident, a buddy of mine in my house, he said, "Calvin, I'm going to have on some food with you if you'll run it down and we get some." We go to town, we get $150 worth of food. I got my little chihuahua with me, the biter, and guy sees me, he said, "I'm going to fix old Kev." He said, "Watch this. I'm going to call 911 and tell me he's drunk at a 3-eyed porcupine going up over the sidewalk and everything else." Well, blue lights are flashing about 2 blocks, $150 worth of food in the vehicle. I get pulled over. The officer said, "Well, Mr. Phillips," he said, "let me see your driver's license." I handed him my driver's license. He said, "Where is it?" I said, "Oh, he's coming back." I had my phone out. I was trying to call my ex-wife. Come with their problems, come get my dog and the food. And he had my license back, and he said, "Mr. Phillips, your license is suspended." "What do you mean they're suspended?" I said, "I just got in an accident there a month ago," and I said, "They was fine. They're suspended for DUI, driving on suspended." So he gets me out of the car. He said, "Lay your phone and your wallet on the dash, step out of the vehicle." I lay my phone and my wallet on the dash, I step out of the vehicle. He says, "Walk to the back of the vehicle." I walk to the back of the vehicle. He gives me about 15 minutes of the sobriety test, but I pass all of them. Well, he figured one more, and he handed me the breathalyzer, and I take it, and I blow 0.00. He took his point and said, "You was 0.00. He said, "Well, he told you that, and ain't nothing today." But anyway, I said, "Officer," I said, "look," I said, "I got over $150 worth of food in the car. I got 2 gallons of milk. I got a tub of ice cream. I got a pile of pot pies. They had a sale on pot pies, and I like them." I said, "I got my little chihuahua." I said, "Please," I said, "let me call my ex-wife, come pick this stuff up, and we'll take care of this." Well, that night grabbed me by the back and slammed me on the trunk of the car and thrown on me. And I'm looking over and my little dog's in the arms of a police officer, which I couldn't believe, but anyway. You ain't calling nobody. Throws me in the car, take me to jail. Don't let me have my phone or my wallet, either one, where I can call anybody to get me out. So I'm in jail for 10 days. I get out to go get my dog. I can't get my dog out. They locked my dog up for 30 days. My dog gets longer time than I do, people. Well, what's messing with my dogs? I begged the Intermountain, that's a little newspaper in our town, I offered them $100. Just put a little article in the paper about messing with my dogs. Them glove taps I put on that 270-pound man for feeding that little girl compared to what I will do to you to mess with my dogs. If you can imagine being skinned alive, Peter had a good day when you mess with my dogs. Please do not mess with my dogs. But I love you all. Where are we at here? Oh, now we're getting to the good stuff. Well, after I got pulled over and talked about, I gotta get this lawyer. Alright. Says, my lawyer tells me that Trooper Hebner left a bad stain on the community and we just want to get it all put behind us. Well, I tell him, I understand that. But You know, I said, you know he was bad, so, you know, take my license back to status. It wasn't 2012 and let's drop it. Oh, God, no, we can't do that, dude. Oh, yeah, dude. But I got a good thing for you here, Mr. Bill. Yeah, you just go ahead. I'll talk to the judge. Well, we ain't done with the accident here. Well, my ex-wife, I want you to get pictures of this vehicle. This is all the pictures the state police took. Can you get close up to these? This is all of them. I told them I wanted all the pictures they took. There's the big West Virginia stamp. There should be 12 pictures here. Once you look at them, this is all the pictures they took at the accident. They missed the 150-foot black mark, but now look, I mean, it's banged up a little bit. I could probably play horseshoes with the bumper. The grill's cracked. Well, it's there somewhere. The hood's got a little dent in it. You can almost see over it. Now the windshield's cracked. I could probably almost crawl through it. Oh, the fender is laying. Oh, it's laying here. We're about 10 yards behind it, and a few other minor little. Oh, the shock was busted. Tie rod bent and wheel bent. Other than that, it's in pretty good shape. This is a roadworthy vehicle, people. Now my ex-wife, she asked Trooper Hebner, "Hey, sir, can I give Kevin a ride home in this?" And I'm thinking, yeah, right. And he says yes. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. And I get in the passenger side, praying to God he'll be calling a rollback. And any times they know, we're just kidding. Nope, they let her drive me home in this vehicle. Looks like it's been hit by a train. Now, have you ever rode home with an ex-wife that knows she's going to have to give you a ride to work the next morning, and she's going to have to help you replace this vehicle, if not replace it? Well, let me tell you, that was interesting. Now, I got to tell you about this story. She's going out the gravel road. I think everything's fine. It's only about 3/4 of a mile long, about 10, 15 mile an hour. Everything's fine. We're driving along there. Well, she gets over on the other 55 mile an hour road, 219 north towards Elkins, where I live, or across from the racetrack. She gets that thing cranked up to about 50, 55 mile an hour. The wheel's shaking. I'm screaming for her to stop. It's going to fly off and kill somebody. She tells me to shut up. I'm the one that totaled it. It's running fine. We passed 2 tractor and trailers loaded with sawdust going to the charcoal plant. Glass coming back in my face. Picked glass out with a magnifying glass and tweezed it out my nose and eyebrows for a week. I'm telling her, "Dorothy, please slow down." I said, "You're going to get me in 2 wrecks in one day within a 4-hour period in the same vehicle." And then what the hell am I going to tell Hebner? They will suspend my license. But by God, we made her. I've never seen nothing in my life, folks. Only in West Virginia. These are original documents. This is all the pictures they took, all of them. And this is the vehicle they let my ex-wife drive me home in. And I'm telling you, I think there's an assassination attempt here or something. Somebody's trying to off me. They done off 2 of my dogs. I was averaging losing 1 dog every 2 weeks. That's not good. We'll get to them too. Going over here and see what we got. Oh, this lawyer comes up with this beautiful plan. He said, "Mr. Phillips, I got it all planned out for you. And Mr. Matt Fair, he's a good man. I think they're overworking. He needs to take a break. But I got this great thing for you. We'll give you his little class. Costs about $700. You take that." And he said, "I'll see what I can do about getting your license back." Well, I go take that class. About $700. And that guy gave that class, old Chris Campbell. He's a pretty good fella, but he's a little turd too. He played a little trick on me. You know, I told him exactly what happened because of this, and the next class, which was on a Thursday, he had to have his classes every Thursday. I go in there and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Mr. Kevin Phillips. Now, he believes 4 beers will not get you a DUI. I was thinking, dang on, I don't remember saying that. But anyway, let that go. I finally get this class done. Now, this is dated 5/9/18. Kevin Phillips, date of birth 9/3/65, has enrolled and completed the DMV DUI ASTP with this agency, ACHC. Chris Campbell's phone number and stamp and my signature. That's supposed to be done, I thought, but completely incomplete. And my dog Spot there said, "I think there's a glitch here, Pat, you want to watch?" So, let's see. I told my boss, Donnie Huffman, I said, "You know, Donnie, I had that hearing there at the DMV, and I said, that hearing officer told me that, Mr. Phillips, I find no just cause to suspend your license." He said, "Well, Kevin, can they get the transcript of the tape?" So we order it and we put it on his credit card and everything, and I get it back, and there ain't a word about that man saying that. I don't know, it blew off the tape or what. I'm down here. They got a glitch in the system down here, folks. We got to get this glitch fixed. Me and Spot got to get some stuff taken out of here. I call the citations division down in Charleston. I talked to this lady. I said, ma'am, I'd like to get a copy of this transcript. She said, you don't mind me asking why? I said, well, yeah. I said, I had a hearing in Elton, West Virginia, and I said, at the time of the hearing, I said, the hearing officer told me, Mr. Phillips, I find no just cause to suspend your license. And she said, well, I don't know why he'd have done that. I'd like to know who it was. I'd have him fired. That goes through us for anything. I said, ma'am, I said, you don't even know what went on at that hearing. Maybe he had a reason for saying it. Maybe something didn't sound right. It don't matter. It comes before us, baby. Anyway, I get the tape and there ain't nothing on it. But I got it. I got the tape. I got him having her saying, yes, the keys ran, vehicles running, but that's just another glitch. I looked over that glitch too. A couple of glitches I looked over here. We'll get a couple more of them there. Oh, let's see. Oh, well, I go back to the thing there, and he's, oh, now, Kevin, my lawyer, he said, now you can get the blow and go put in. Oh, well, that's this little machine they put in your vehicle. It costs $100 to hook it up, $100 a month, you blow in 100 times a day. And I mean, they're quicker. It's not. You can get out of the parking lot in 15 minutes flat, easy. Slow, that is. But so we get that. That's one of them court appearance things that I've had. Now, we'll get into that in a minute too about these court appearance things. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to sit down and read this one there. Let's see what we got there. All right. Well, first I was about this lawyer. Now I went in 3 times before the judge. I got a paper just like it says you're to appear and see the judge on such a date, time, and place. I had a couple of them there, and there's one I missed because I had a death in the family. But anyway, it says, the lawyer tells me in 2006, 7, 8, 9, the first time I'm there, he said, Mr. Phillips, he said in 2006, 7, 8, 9, you was convicted of E2, 1, B-Bay-Bad. I said, well, wait there. I said, what's all the numbers mean? He said, well, that means you allowed somebody to drive your vehicle intoxicated. Those dates. 6, 7, 8, 9. I said, something on town right here. I said, I don't ever remember being charged with allowing somebody to drive my vehicle drunk. And I said, wait a minute, let me call the ex-wife. I said, Joe, remember, you remember everything. I get on the phone. I said, hey, Dorothy, I'm sitting up here in the magistrate's office talking to this lawyer, and he said in 2006, 7, 8, and 9 that I was charged with allowing somebody to drive my vehicle drunk. I said, do you ever remember me being charged with allowing somebody to drive my vehicle drunk? No, Kevin, I don't. Well, I don't either. There's something fishy going on here, I'm telling you. So, I asked this lawyer to check it out for me. Look, Kevin's right here in black and white. You see it, All right, well, we go in. I get another one of these court papers. See the judge, certain time, place. Well, I take this paper right here in with me. Says, I'd like to see that judge, Mr. Lawyer Man. And he said, what for? I said, well, I got a paper right here stating the same date, time, and place where this was dismissed to public and talk. Oh, now, Mr. Phelps, you know that ain't how it works. Okay, that ain't how it works. Let's see. I got a court date to see the judge on such and such a date, time, and place. I'm there on that date, time, and place. I come in, I ask to see the judge on that date, time, and place, and that ain't the way it works. That's right, it told me. So I had to get the glitch. I overlooked that one too. Yeah, I overlooked that one. Oh, well, what else do we got here? Well, I call my insurance company. I say, insurance company. Katie, I know her, and I said, Katie, I need to get some insurance on my van here. You run my thing here, and she run it. She said, oh, yeah, well, Mr. Phillips, I see you got a DUI on 10/30/15, and you got an at-fault accident here on such and such, something, 22/15 or something there. I said, wait a minute, Katie. I said, I don't have no DUI on 10/30/15. Well, I said, Kevin, that's what's here. I said, you print that off for me. My dog, she printed her off. It says right here, 10/30/15, I had a DUI, and it must be the invisible man because I never had no DUI 10/30/15, and no 4 people drove my vehicle drunk, and I was ever charged with it. I don't know what the hell we're talking about. But anyway, we're going to get on the dog deal again. This is my second dog here. This was Bandit. My ride, this cost me $10 a trip back and forth to town to pay somebody to get a ride. And you got that $20 a week. Now, I put over there for the pocketbook, but we got money, there's no option. We got her buried in a place we can't remember. You can believe that. And I'm out there hunting for my dog. My dogs always stay within earshot. Earshot in West Virginia might be a quarter mile. It takes no longer than 15 minutes for him to be back to the house. But my ride's out there waiting, blowing. He's got things to do too. I'm hollering, bandit, bandit. Well, he couldn't make it in time. I said, I'll just come back tomorrow. Well, we leave. I come back tomorrow. Well, there he lays along the road down in the door now. So I take him over and bury him. And we get that done. Then I called the insurance lady, and now we're getting close to the good stuff here. Then I got my other dog. I mean, this dog's pretty tight. You gotta watch us backwoods hillbillies and our dogs now, because we get mighty upset. You're gonna see. I come home. I'm on Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. This is my little chihuahua, and she's got 4 puppies up there, a litter pup. And she's not coming around. I noticed, boy, there's blood on my couch, and there's blood on my 2 living room chairs. I go up there, and there's blood all over the place, and I'm screaming for Daisy, and I'm trying to look under the bed, and all the bedding's pulled down from where the puppies pulled it down, and I couldn't find her. And I go get a broom, and I reach out there and start digging around, and boy, I pour her out there, and she gained 10 pounds. Not on her own accord, she's big as a basketball, swelled up, deader than a doornail. And that was because I couldn't hang around there when she was bleeding a couple of days before there to keep an eye on her little leg that was bleeding so bad. And the reason it's bleeding so bad is I was looking at some cast iron, that little set of scales with some fingers on it was sharp as a razor blade, and she caught her leg in it. And the reason I was trying to sell that was to get a lawyer for this lovely little officer that I'm having all these problems with these years. And anyway, the puppy's got a nurse on her, and I pick her up, and she's dripping all over me. She stinks to high heaven. I get her out in the yard, and I'm trying to dig a hole for the flies to carry her off. She's blacker than coal, 90-some degrees outside. And I finally get her in the hole, and I pour some gas on her so the cream won't drag her up to the door the next morning. And I call a buddy of mine. I said, hey, buddy, I said, man, I just had to bury my dog. It stinks to high heaven, and this, that, and the other. And I said, you got anything to make me feel better? And he said, yeah, Kev. He said, I'll stop over. So my buddy stopped over. He rolled up one of them things they call them a hog leg where I come from. And we sat there and we puffed on that thing. We was talking. I said, well, buddy, I said, I got a month's worth of mail here I need to go through. I want to see what kind of good news it'll bring. And I'm going through this mail, bill, done, bill. Here's one, it's the mental health. Probably tell me to hurry up and put that machine up, that fancy machine up my vehicle. I says, oh no, Mr. Phillips. Now don't forget, you got another drug test by the end of the month, or you get to take the class all over again. Another $700, and a couple more years we can prolong this, because we haven't hooked you up enough yet. Now, everybody I've talked to says I'm not going to talk to nobody from Fox News. My 2-legged dog don't know his butt from a hole in the ground. A couple other people says I will. I got a Taj Mahal dollar from Trump Plaza that I'm betting I will talk to somebody from Fox News before this is over with. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in fair's fair. I don't agree with drinking and driving. I'm sorry for those who've lost loved ones from drinking and driving. I'm not saying I ain't never done it, and I'm not saying I never will. But I don't condone it, and it's wrong. But wrong's wrong and right's right. And if there's somebody out there that would look at this for me, Major Trump, you wasn't a drain of swamp, boy. If you can't find something in this mess, I don't know what to tell you. You need to throw me a bone. One important interruption papers would be nice. And about a Greyhound busload of buddies you said you had. What was that them thing? Oh, and computer forensic buddies. Now I heard they could fix a glitch in a second. That officer at the DMV told me, Mr. Phelps, there's a glitch in the system. That's why your license was good one day and suspended the next. Just because you paid that reinstatement fee and all that stuff. We didn't need all that. We use that somewhere. But anyway, if there's somebody